Hi, and welcome to March. It is now March, it's unbelievable. And these are what I call the energetic business map. So I used to do intuitive business readings, and I used to do them every week. I wanted to actually bring more into it. And so these beautiful energetic business maps, yes, they involve intuitive business readings, but it involves more than that. So as we settle into this beautiful, you know, let's call it a session, beautiful session, I would love for all of you to just take a couple of deep breaths. Just allow your body to soften a little more than it already is. I want you to allow your awareness to move down through your legs, through the soles of your feet, and gently into earth. There's no rush here, just a slow sinking into what I call the earth connection chakra, which is in the middle of Mother Earth. It is right in the core. And this is a place where the soul of your business first gathered itself. The place where your energy meets the earth's intelligence. Let the earth hold you. Let it steady you. And let it remind you and remind your body that you don't have to think your way into alignment. You can simply settle and let the energy meet you. And from this grounded place, let's step into the energy of March. Now, I've been tuning in to the energy of March, and you'll know that this reading, this energetic business map comes out, a couple of days before March starts. I've been tuning in to what I'm feeling and what I feel the collective is feeling for March. And this beautiful, I also talk about chakras. This month, the throat chakra is coming up. Now, the energy for March, it feels clean and spacious. It doesn't feel loud or demanding. It feels like it has a real calm clarity to it. And excuse me, I'm about to sneeze, maybe. Oh, letting go for someone, that was interesting. And as I said, it has a calm clarity to it. It's like a fresh breeze or a soft tide that brings things to the surface naturally. Think about when you're at the ocean and the tide comes in. It can bring in shells, and it does it gently. It doesn't rush, it doesn't throw things at you. And so this feels like a month where words want to move, where expression feels more available, and where things that have been gestating quietly in your energy begin to take shape in the language. Now, none of this is forced or pushed. It's just a gentle rising, which is why I wanted you to take your energy down into the core of Mother Earth so you can feel what the gentleness is, what the nurturing is. And so as I said, the guiding energy for March is the throat chakra. And this, as we know, is the energetic center of expression. It's your tone, it's your resonance, and it's communication that feels aligned with your true frequency. And of course, we are energy, we are frequency. And it's up to you to find your own beautiful frequency. Now, the throat chakra is where your voice meets your energy. Now, it's not about talking more. It's about speaking from a place that feels clean and honest. And I always talk about communication starts in the lower chakras because it needs that foundation. It needs to feel safe and secure. Then it needs to go to the heart, which is the bridge to get that, to not get the love, but to bring in more love so that when you communicate, it is coming from that true frequency, your true frequency. And so this month carries a sense of the voice expanding, not because it was stuck or blocked, because there's no such thing, but because it's now ready. It's now ready. And this is a beautiful natural opening. It's a widening around the neck, the jaw, the collarbones. It's the energetic expansion as well. It's almost like the energy has room to move, and your voice may feel more grounded. Your messaging may feel simpler. And I know mine definitely has been this year because last year was for me really coming into my business, coming into me, coming into my business, and understanding the one true message I want to talk about, which is why I talk about the chakras all the time, because it's so, so important. Now, your tone may settle into something that feels more like you, the current you, not the older version that you've outgrown, because we're always growing. And there's a real softness to this month. It's a sense of allowing your language to be clear without being sharp, because we can have that clearness come through. We don't need to be sharp. We don't need to be abrupt. We don't need to be any of that, because the message is coming through clearly. And it's allowing your expression to be honest without needing to justify it. And that is something that has been coming through for a couple of years now. We are speaking our truth and we don't need to justify it. That is a big one. That is where the confidence and the clarity and the courage can help you be honest without needing to justify anything at all. This is your message. This is your truth. And March brings a frequency where, as we said, your voice can land gently and powerfully at the same time. You can hear it in my voice. You can see how my resonance, my tone, everything is changing. It is powerful and it is gentle. It is nurturing and it's powerful. That is what happens when you learn what your message is. And it's your message as a human being, and it's your message that the business has to say. This is a tone of calm truth, the kind that doesn't need to be explained or defended. So if you put a post out there and you get people attacking you, you do not need to defend yourself. You send those people beautiful love, because these keyboard warriors, I'm going to call them, would never say something like that to your face. So why are you reacting to their comments? What I do is I take a step back. I read the comment and I go, is this something I really need to respond to? Or is it something where I send them love and let it go? Or is it something where I actually block them? Because there are people that are purely nasty. They want to bring people down because they don't have the courage and the confidence to get out there, speak their truth, have a job or a business that they want to do. They see you as a threat. And that's okay, because that's their stuff. That's why I always take a step back and do some breathing before I read the comments, because it puts me in that calm, safe space. And it's beautiful. Now, the throat chakra in March, it feels like a doorway. It's inviting you to express from a place that is spacious, grounded, and deeply aligned with where your energy is now. And it's talking about now. It's being present because we can future vision. And I love future vision. I love doing that. It's powerful. Yet, if we are either all in the past or all in the future or adjusting between the two, we're not present. We're not here right now. And I can tell you, that sounded good, didn't it? I can tell you that I've been there. I am coming from experience. Now, I don't know your life situation, but I do know that the more that I'm present in the moment, the more that my brain doesn't go into that overthinking. It calms down. It goes, wow, she's being present. Okay, let's just be there. So my brain has really calmed down so much. Yes, there are still times it overthinks. And now I'm able to recognize that because of all the powerful work I've done. So just take a deep breath and allow all that information to sink in. And I always say that what's coming through is what I feel from the collective, and you take on board what feels right for you. You don't have to take on everything. You don't have to be one of those people that go, okay, Darlene's, she's amazing. Of course I am. But you don't have to put me on a pedestal and go, okay, I believe everything Darlene says. Always put it in through your body and go, does this feel right for me? I do that myself. Even information that I get through, I still go, is this right for me? So again, just take another big breath because I'm about to do a reading for March. Oh, it feels powerful. Let's have a look at the cards. Now, the first card is the voice of the month. So this card is going to reveal the atmosphere that your expression is moving through. It sets the tone for how your voice wants to rise. And your voice wants to rise. There is more of us that it's time for us to step up. I've been doing it for a few years now. And this year is even more powerful, which is why I've turned these into more than just a reading. Whoa, okay. That's the first one. Sometimes that happens if a card jumps out, it is important. So I'm going to bring all four of them out and then I will read them. Powerful. Okay, so remember card one is the voice of the month. Now I'm going to show that up so you can see it. It is the Eight of Cups. Cups is about our emotions. And it is time to really tune into your emotions, to feel them deeply, to understand them. It is time. Now, there are, oops, yep, there's actual 8 cups in the actual ocean. This person's in the ocean. I'm just letting go for someone. So this figure, it is a masculine figure. I do talk about masculine and feminine because it's to do with the different aspects. And if you don't agree with that, then you can find someone else that it talks about what you feels right. I do talk masculine and feminine. That is who I am. There's a masculine energy. And so the emotions are about the masculine side. What actions do you need to take to voice your truth? And what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to write down, if it feels right for you, on a piece of paper and divide it into half, not lengthways the other way, and put feminine on one side, masculine on the other. And I want you to write down what it actually means for you. What does feminine mean for you? And what does masculine? Because people out there will say masculine's the action, blah, 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 feminine's this. Well, what if it isn't for you? That is what I want you to really think about. Now, this masculine energy actually has one hand up, one hand down. So one hand reaching up, going, wow, this is my voice. This is my truth. How am I going to speak it? Am I going to allow the emotions to come through? Now, sometimes I do when I'm doing these, sometimes I allow the emotions to come through. Other times it doesn't need to. It depends what's actually coming up. So that is the voice of the month. Now, card two is the inner expression. So this is a card that's going to reflect the words, the ideas, the energy that has been forming within you. The expression that's been gathering quietly. It has been gathering in the lower chakras. It's been being nurtured by your energy. And now it's time to bring it up. And it is the Three of Coins. Oh, releasing for somebody else. This is what I do. This is how I do it. Now, the Three of Coins. Coins is about abundance. Yes, it's about money as well. It's about abundance in every single way. So it's about abundance of your truth, about abundance of your voice. How are you going to allow the energy to be abundant? How are you going to allow that? Now, as you can see with this, there's two coins up here that the person's already worked on. That's the energy that's been forming for you. Down here, you can see that the person is working on the next coin. This is your expression that's been gathering quietly because you've been working on it. And you can see there is gold in there. Gold is alchemy, which is change. It is time for you to change things. Let things happen. Let things go. Bring in this new energy that you've been allowing to gestate, to sit in there. And you've been working on. Allow it to happen. Because the more that we work on ourselves, the more that we have that courage, that confidence, that clarity to come through. Now, card three is the outward expression. So this card shows how your voice wants to interact with others, how communication may naturally flow in your business. And what we've got here is what's called a major arcana. So even though it's the outward expression, it's the inner stuff that is coming out as well. Now, what, excuse me, what we've got here is I'll show you the card. We've got a beautiful owl, a white owl. Now, white can traditionally be about purity. This is the purity of your beautiful voice that is now ready to come out. The person's also holding a scroll. That is your knowledge personally and your knowledge business-wise. There is also, they're holding a pomegranate. I'm not going to say a thing. I want you to go in and understand what pomegranate means for you. Now, the person it's like a circle, a crown behind them. It is gold, it is alchemy, which is change. It is also Mother Earth. There's silver in this beautiful card. That's Father Sky. Bring in both energies together so that when you communicate clearly. There is also a beautiful, what is it? It's a gold circle with like two horns. It's nearly like kind of like Aries, but it's not. And gold is alchemy, which is change. This is the third eye. Here, whether it's between your eyebrows or just up here, wherever it is, that's your third eye. That wants to communicate as well. Allow the messages to come in because you always, this is what I say. This is what I say personally. I say only messages of pure divine love can come through. I never say love and light because light is love, love is light. So I always say those of pure divine love are the only ones that are allowed to come through and give me messages. I don't do, I'm, I am a psychic medium. I don't do that though. That's not me. I'm not interested. There are thousands of people out there that do that. It didn't feel right for me to do that. It felt right for me to do readings with your business's energy. That felt good. That and number two as well. I want you to understand yourself what number two is. Now, card number four is the supportive presence. And this final card reveals the subtle support surrounding your expression. It is the energy holding your voice as it moves through the month. And we have the King of Wands. We've got Queens and we've got Kings. That's a beautiful card. And so the King is, it's not, like you see out there in the world, the kings of countries and that. It's not that. You are the king. How do you want to allow the support to come through? Because it will come through. Now, there's red and gold in this card and purple. Releasing for somebody else. This is not my tide or anything. This is just me releasing. Now, red traditionally is the root base chakra. I call it the root base because some people call it root, other people call it base. It is the first chakra. It is your foundations. So who can support you with the foundations? Who can help you feel safe and secure? Yes, you can do that yourself. What ways can you help yourself feel safe and secure? And who can help you with that? Because you always want to do it yourself first. Yet there's always people out there that can help us and help us in the right way. You can say, who can help me feel safe and secure in myself and my business? As I said, you want to feel safe and secure in yourself and your business first, and then the support will come through. Now, as I've said before, gold is alchemy, which is change. There's purple in here. Purple, I'm not sure if you know of history. It was a royal color because it came from, I think it was some form of beetles, and only the royals could actually afford that color. That's why purple is associated with royalty. How are you being a royalty to yourself? How are you feeling regal? Now, it's not about ego or anything like that. It's about how are you feeling regal within yourself? Because when you feel regal in yourself, the voice that comes through is powerful. Now, that's that gorgeous card. Now, the person is also holding a wand with the globe at the top is, oh, there's lots of releasing today. Powerful. The wand has a light at the top. You are the guiding light for others. And who can be the guiding light for you? Now, I want to do a bit of an energy practice for March for the throat chakra. And if it feels good for you, I would love to for you to bring a hand to your throat or even your collarbones. And then let the other hand rest where it feels naturally. For me, I'm going straight for my heart. And I want you just to take a slow, deep breath in and let it expand gently through the neck and upper chest. And imagine a soft mist blue light around the throat. Not bright, not intense, just spacious and calming. Now let that light move a little with each breath. And if a gentle hum wants to come through on your exhale, let it. The hum doesn't need to be pretty. If it's simply sound moving through space. This is not about clearing anything. It's simply giving your voice room. So again, you can either put one hand on your throat and one hand somewhere else, or two hands on your collarbones. And you're just breathing in and you're allowing that breath to go through your throat, your collarbones, your chest. And on the exhale, as I said, if you want to hum, go for it. Mm. 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 That was cool. I loved doing that. I love doing that. You can even do an open breath hum. Hum. Actually, naturally, my mouth closes. You can do whatever you want. What is right for you? Now, as the energy moves into your business, and remember, your business is a separate entity to you. It is not a part of you. I birthed my business, which means it has its own energy. It has its own chakras. It has its own inner child because it needed to grow. And March tends to bring subtle but meaningful shifts in your business. So your messaging may feel more aligned without any effort. The words you've been searching for may simply present themselves. You might notice a new tone. It could be calmer. It could be clearer. It may even be more grounded. And this new tone is emerging in your content or even your conversations. It's a month where expression feels supported, and that's why that card came up about being supported, where communication feels steadier, where your voice becomes a truer reflection of who you are now. It may feel like you're communicating less from your mind and more from your field, less from habitat and more from presence, less from what you think you should say and more from what naturally wants to move. And so as we close this space, let the throat chakra settle into its natural tone, calm, spacious, and true. Now bring your awareness back in, down into the earth connection chakra, allowing the grounding energy to hold everything that is open today. Imagine a soft, clear field forming gently around your energy and around the energy of your business, holding this month's intention with ease. And I want to end with a little affirmation. I call back my voice. I speak with clarity, with care, and with calm power. And with that, the space is complete. Thank you.